Yo guys, it's your boy Ubermensch. Today's video will be pretty quick. I'll be showing you the one trade I took. The two trades I took, sorry. This one is my EU trade I took on Tuesday. Horrible trade. I didn't have the best week psychologically. Didn't follow my rules as well. Traded against the daily order flow, which is a huge no. So I entered this trade at New York session. Didn't even enter the trade at my usual entry, which is the hourly order block. Didn't even do that. Didn't even wait for that. So really not a good trade. Got really lucky. My stop loss was 12 pips, and you could see price came extremely close to my stop loss. I have no clue why I didn't get stopped out. The positive, however, is that I saw this and I still didn't close the trade because the last week I closed out a trade that was correct. I closed out the trade before it hit my TP, which obviously is frustrating. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the fact that I didn't close the trade, but the entry was horrible, as well as I traded against the daily order flow, which clearly was bearish at the time. So this line here is just the low of this daily order block or market breaker, and I got lucky when I showed up at London and I saw this daily market breaker here, this order block slash market breaker. I just closed like literally right here at the close, so I got kind of lucky because my TP was 24 pips because I had a 12 pip stop, and I definitely wouldn't have been filled if I held. So I got lucky on that trade, really lucky on that trade. I also took a UCAD trade, which shows how horrible my psychology was this week. I don't ever trade UCAD. I don't ever trade any pairs other than EU. So I remember getting in at 201,900. $20 pip stop, 20 pip TP. This was against the daily order flow as well, as you can see, and I got lucky with the exit. That's the upside of looking for 20 pips only, but it's not smart to trade against the daily order flow. It's dumb. It's not smart to trade against the daily order flow. So not because I was profitable means I had a good trade or a good week. That was horrible. This is not cool. Clearly we are in a daily uptrend. So this was the daily bullish order block, as you can clearly see. And I mean, if I had just waited for this entry, if I just waited for the buy, then I mean, you could clearly see how good of a trade I would have had. That ran for over 300 pips in 2 days. So yeah, that was just the review of the two trades. Now to address the problems and the solutions. So the problems was greed. Greed being the fact that even though I got my one win for the week, I decided to go to UCAD. Lack of rule following. That's pretty clear cut. I didn't follow my rules on this trade, as well as the fact that I even traded UCAD. Focus on the higher time frame. if I had followed the daily, I would have had some really nice trades and be calmer. So these two kind of go together because when you follow the higher time frame, the daily candle takes 24 hours to paint. So theoretically, you have 24 hours between every major decision until you go to the hourly time frame, and you have an hour between every decision. Meditation helps. Eating right also helps. Sleeping right also helps. So these are like small things outside of the charts that really help your performance. So that was this week's review on my trades. Not the best week psychologically. I also closed in a small loss, very small loss. Oh yeah, I had another trade I took that I forgot to include. A G card trade. Here it is. So I entered on. I actually followed my rules this time, but I got stopped. So I entered right here, I believe, on this order block. My stops were below the swing low, and I was stopped out. My target was this high, right here. So as you can clearly see, price came down here and swept these lows. So I was stopped out. My fault. I deserve it. I shouldn't have been trading G card, but I took a very small position on this. So I only closed in like 0.32% loss this week, which is good because I've been having some pretty rough weeks. Yet still, my overall equity is only down 1%, which is really good. So that's just the importance of risk management. So yeah, um, that was this week. As you can see, based on the fact that I didn't even record myself live, showed that I wasn't in the best place mentally because I didn't even take the time to, just call things out, follow rules, etc. So I hope this was helpful. You could see where my mistakes are, so you could not make these same mistakes. I hope that these videos help. If it does, feel free to join the Telegram group. I go way more in depth there. I also share some live feedback while I'm behind the charts because I could just hop on my phone and type real quick. So the Telegram chat is definitely a vibe. So I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I wish you all the best for the next week.